Hello everyone and welcome back to my second channel where I upload music videos, not gaming videos, that's my main channel. Welcome back to my second channel where I upload weather videos, music videos, life videos, stuff that I'm interested outside of gaming. But yeah, that's my main channel is in the description. Today we are going to go over the weather. It has been a few days, so if I am a bit rusty then don't blame me. I might trip up a few times on my words throughout this video, but yeah. That's just how it's going to be, unfortunately. It will be. Yeah, so welcome. We are actually in cold weather now. So we've actually gone from mild to cold over the last 6 days. That was the last time I did a video. Wow, 6 days. And yes, it has actually gone from mild to cold since then. And we are going to be in a northerly blast today as this video goes up. And even the colder one at the weekend. But I will give you more details as we look through the models later on. We'll look through all the 12Z models and we'll... I'll be experiencing the 18Z for the first time because I've not seen it yet. So that's going to be interesting. And we've got a few other things to show you as well because there is quite an interesting weekend coming up. Not just for precipitation, but other things as well. We'll get to that in a little bit. Okay, let's start off with the average temperature then. We are currently sitting at 7.4 here in Fife. I'm now actually in Dundee, so it's a bit different. But I use this one because it's really detailed anyway. We're currently sitting at 7.4 for November 2021 and we are expected to go quite lower than that. My prediction was 5.8 to 6.3. I was a little bit worried that that would actually go a little bit lower than that. But I think the few mild days towards the end of the month might just about hold it steady around there. So I might be quite lucky with my prediction. And my precipitation one is actually looking quite good as well because I've got quite a bit of rain. Not quite a bit, but a fair amount of rain. I think that might fall just shy of 50 mils though, 50 to 60 mils, which is my original prediction. We're still sitting at 15, where we were when we last did the video. It's not rained since then. I've got some bird poop on my window. It'd be nice to get some rain to get that off. But yeah, that's gone way off topic. But yeah, we're not going to get anywhere near these top 5, even the top 8 probably. We're probably going to sit around somewhere like 2016, which was 41 mils, somewhere around there. I think we're probably going to fall just shy of that. But I'll keep my original prediction and then we'll review it probably next week, this time next week, when we do another one of these videos, these weather checkup videos. And yeah, in about 6 days' time, I think it's on the 30th, so it's actually 5 days' time, I will be giving you my winter forecast. Oh my god, I better get thinking about what I'm going to say in that video. That is going to be a really tough video. I might make a slideshow for that. I've not made a slideshow since primary school, high school. That's a lie. I made one a couple of weeks ago. But yeah, I've not really made that much slideshows, but I might do one for this video just as a laugh, you know. Yeah, so we wait and see if that finishes up where my prediction is. It'd be great to get 2. I think I'll probably get 1. If I get 0, I'm going to be really upset. But we'll see what happens with that. Okay, I thought I'd show you something different here. We are, this is currently 11:15 on last night when you're watching this, or 11:15 on Thursday night. We are bringing in something of a northwesterly wind from the north. Yes, so we're bringing in northwesterlies. It is quite chilly outside at 11 o'clock. It will get a little bit cooler overnight, and there should be some frost around, especially in the northwest, as Fort William area is currently sitting at 0. Fife is currently sitting around 3 degrees, Edinburgh at 4, and up north is at 4. So somewhere between 2 and 4 degrees around the board. Some places are below freezing, but most places are just sitting just above freezing, and it's going to stay around those temperatures even in the daytime tomorrow, and Friday it might get a little bit milder, and then Saturday and Sunday it's going to go really cold, especially on Sunday, even though it might not feel like it with the wind on Friday and Saturday. We'll get onto that in a minute, but yes, we are bringing in northwesterly winds for the time being, and we will start to revert that to northerly tomorrow. It's a little bit milder over in the Shetland and the Isles, but that is to be expected. Yeah, so there is going to be quite a bit of wind coming up on Friday night, maybe up to 70, maybe 80 miles per hour in the northeast. And yes, we've got a wind warning for Scotland on Friday. That's valid from 12 to midnight, and then it kind of just continues again anyway, but that gets expanded to the UK. So technically it is for Scotland from 12 o'clock on Friday right through to 6 o'clock on Saturday. I'm surprised this isn't a storm name. We might actually get this as a storm name if it goes amber. Very bizarre system, I'll be honest. That's just my opinion though. But I know a lot of people think it's very bizarre the way it happens. It's very deep as well, like coming right down from the north. It's going to be really noticeable. A northerly wind flow, you'll see that in the models in a minute, that it's like literally like a direct northerly, like gusts of 60, 70 miles per hour. I've got tea today because it's actually cold. Yeah. But yeah, really strong winds coming up over the weekend. It's going to be an interesting weekend, not just for wind, but for if the precipitation is going to follow snow. It's going to blow around a lot though. If there is snow around, it's going to be kind of not a blizzard because it's only November, but it will be quite heavy. It will be blowing around a lot. I can't imagine there's going to be a lot of frost around the weekend. I'll be honest. This is the wind gust for Friday at 9 o'clock. So this is UKV's from the Weather Outlooks prediction for the wind gusts on Friday night. I just say that it is exceeding 60 miles per hour M5, and it is exceeding 70 miles per hour near Stonehaven in Montrose area as well. Around like Loch Lomond up to the Highlands, it is exceeding 60 miles per hour. Yeah, and it does work its way southwards, but this is about the strongest point between 9 and midnight on Friday. It does stay quite strong into Saturday, and especially if you go out on Saturday night, it's going to feel really cold with the because this is coming down for a direct northerly. I don't know how true this is, but apparently the last time we had something like this was 1995. So yeah, that's a long time ago. Yeah. But yeah, 1995. Like, it's bizarre that like it's not even winter yet. We're always seeing things like this. It's been a very boring autumn, so they need to make up for it with these sort of things happening. Another thing I thought I'd show you is how weather forecasts aren't always right. Like we've got here on tomorrow night, Friday night, we've got rain at 3 degrees in Dundee, and then again at 4 degrees on Saturday. Right now it's saying it's 4 or 5 degrees-ish. And then BBC Weather saying the same, 5 degrees, woohoo. And also tomorrow night, Friday night, it's going to be 4 or 5 degrees with rain. Although the reality of it is, the weather right now, as you see here, 5 degrees to that, 4 or 5 with the Met Office, it's only 2.8. So that may not seem like a big difference. This is the weather station near me, by the way. Does it not seem like a big difference? But it is, because that could be the difference between rain and snow. So, like, we're seeing that with the Met Office, rain on Friday night, but what's to say that isn't snow? So that's kind of, and also 49 mile per hour winds, that's going to feel really cold as well. God, got a minus 4 wind chill coming up, wow. It's going to feel really cold, actually. But yeah, let's refresh that because it updates. Alright, yeah, it's gone back up to 2.9 because clouds probably building over at the minute. But still, that's way below what they said. So yeah, it just comes to show that weather apps aren't always the best, or weather forecasts like Met Office and BBC Weather aren't always reliable, which they really aren't. But yeah. Okay, let's have a look at some weather models now. We're actually doing really well for time today. Usually this goes to like half an hour. But yeah, we'll start off with the Met Office 12Z. They've actually started updating this every 6 hours now, which is kind of hilarious. But yeah, we are starting off with a northerly tomorrow, so it's going to feel quite cold. We'll have a look at the other prayer temperatures. We are bringing -5 into Scotland. So go through to that. It is a bit modified on Friday because the low pressure is coming down. It is warmer. I'd like to say the word milder. It's not going to feel milder. If anything, Friday will probably feel colder than Thursday, even though the temperatures are probably about 2 degrees above. And then on Saturday, it's where the really cold air starts to dig in. Saturday, it starts to get really cold, probably quite a bit below average this. And then Sunday, the winds die down and it clears. Quite a lot of frost probably around Sunday night. If there's not snow on the ground, of course. And yeah, this is looking really cold on Sunday, barely above freezing in some places in Scotland. And then we start to bring this in a little bit on Monday, but it's sort of struggling. It really is struggling. I'd probably say the temperature is probably more like 5 degrees at this point rather than 2. And then on Tuesday, it is a bit milder, but still, it's not looking that mild. If anything, that's still a bit below average. I don't think in the next 2 weeks we're going to be above average, really. I don't think we will be. But yeah. And then we kind of renew that northerly again on the 1st of December. So we're back into the pattern again that we've done 4 times probably by this point. Yeah. So looking quite cold and maybe even wintry at this point as well. Maybe even more so than it would be at this weekend because it is closer to the solstice. So it's probably going to be colder at this point. It doesn't really matter at the solstice because January is usually wintrier than more wintry than December, so that doesn't really make any sense. But yeah, whatever. Let's have a look at the GEM now. So we are bringing down a northwesterly-ish wind tomorrow. And then we start to bring this low pressure, and that could be quite rain for a point on Friday, but then probably start to turn to snow overnight on Friday and Saturday morning especially, and quite windy as well. I'm going to be outside tomorrow night. I'm going to feel how cold that wind is. Tomorrow night when I'm uploading the video. Saturday is getting colder, and then on Sunday it is going to be really cold because the winds do clear. Although it might not feel colder than Saturday because obviously the winds are going to be lighter. So Saturday may actually feel like the coldest day of the year, probably, maybe, because the wind chill is crazy, even more so than the Beast from the East back in February. And then 29th, actually, with this one, we're not really bringing in the high pressures quickly. And in fact, we don't bring it in at all. We are starting to revert to more of an northwesterly, but it's probably a little bit milder, a little bit colder than what the Met Office was predicting. And then we bring the northerly back in. So in reality, we do get a little bit less cold. So we get less cold. Still probably about 1 or 2 degrees below average at this point compared to like 3 or 4 on Sunday. Maybe 5 degrees below. But yeah, we start to renew that northerly and we bring it down. Same idea. It isn't that long lasting. We start to revert back to the 2nd December. We start to revert back to, well, I say we start to revert back to. We don't actually do it at all because we didn't do it in the first place. And then 3rd December actually looks quite stormy and still coming from the northwest, so it's not warm. It's not warm at all. The upper air temperatures are fairly cool. Minus 5 ISO, 5 ISO trying to get 5 Celsius ISOs trying to get in, but it doesn't quite get in there. Let's have a look and see what the upper air temperatures are from the start. So they start off with minus 5 today. Keep minus 5 in. Although minus 5 stays there, even though this low pressure is coming in. So it tells us that there will be snow around. And then, yeah, minus 10 closely gets into Scotland as well on Saturday. And then Sunday, it starts to get a little bit milder. Although that was a bit weird, considering it's going to be like 2 degrees the high. And then, yeah, Monday continues that. And yeah, actually, for almost all the run until like the 3rd of December, it's looking minus 5 ISO in Scotland anyway. It doesn't really get down to the south that much, apart from Thursday, but that's about it. Okay, let's go on to the ECM then. This run is probably not the best if you want cold weather. But they did this yesterday. They had mild on the 12Z and then they reverted back to cold again on the 0Z. So yeah, obviously they've got that nailed on that they're bringing down. Quite getting a bit of blocking in Greenland. Not a lot, not like sustained blocking, but it's enough to quite a bit of noticeable cold spell. Yeah, very windy on Saturday, and then bringing down more northerlies. That's really cold on Sunday. Maybe struggles to get above freezing on Sunday. And again, we renew that. It doesn't quite get the high pressure in on Tuesday. Not as much as it was saying the other day. For the south, yes, but for the north, it's still staying quite cold. And then we actually bring down another low pressure on Wednesday. That could be quite wintry, especially with that minus 5 digging in. And yeah, it goes cold again on Thursday, sorry. And yeah, minus 5 is in there. It could be quite frosty on Thursday morning. And so it is a little bit more westerly with this one compared. So it isn't as cold. Especially with Tuesday, and especially with Wednesday and Thursday, it's a little bit more modified, this one, because there's a low pressure. It's a bit of a spoiler low, if you like, and yeah, that's what it's doing. Not very well for cold, but it is cold until the 1st, so it does start off, meteorological winter does start off pretty cold on the 1st of December. Okay, this is the 12Z then, this is the GFS 12Z, so obviously we're bringing down northerlies today. Yeah, northwesterlies today, but it is going to be quite cold. Let's have a look at the upper air temperature. So yeah, minus 5 into most of the country, all into Scotland. And yeah, we bring down this very windy day on Friday. And we continue that into Saturday and continues into Sunday, but the winds do die down a little bit. So maybe Sunday night, Monday morning, we'll get a bit of frost. Although this low pressure might bring a bit of snow, so it might be a bit of transient snow with that on Monday morning. I forgot to mention that. That could be the heaviest snow of the season so far. It will be, no doubt. And yeah, we keep that going. And then meteorological winter starts really cold actually, bringing the minus 5 into Scotland, and then the 2nd of December it's probably right into the whole of the country at this point. Yeah, digging right down into like Italy and stuff as well. Minus 10 getting back into Scotland, so very similar cold snap again. A bit of a seesaw going on, you know, a bit back and forward going on with this. first week. Notice, remember last week, or like a few days ago even, we were saying like signs of southwesterlies. Where's the southwesterlies? They're nowhere to be seen, are they? It's either northwesterly, westerly, or north or northeasterly. There's no south about it. And there's no signs. There is signs of the 5th December, actually, what I'm talking about. Although, think about that. They were saying that about the 2nd December 3 days ago, so take that as you please. And yeah, it does go quite mild around the 8th. Although, -5 ISO's never too far away. So we end up looking like we're going to start turning a bit northwesterly at this point. -5 ISO's got a big pull there. It would only take a small shift to get that into Scotland and start bringing winteriness back in. It does look like the Scandinavian high is trying to build, but I don't think it's going to come to much, seeing as the low pressure is too strong in the north. I did quite well with that there. I thought I'd celebrate with a cup of, I think it's Melrose's tea or something, Edinburgh's Finest or some crap. I don't even know. So I thought we'd compare that to the overall ensembles. In fact, like, look at this though. The operational is around average, maybe a bit below on the 2nd December. That's when it was bringing in the -10 into Scotland. So yeah, even -5 with the average. Look at that, wow. And yeah, you see there, the operation was going into the milder pack for the 1st into 2nd week of December there, from the 5th onwards. So yeah, actually it really taken off around the 10th. So that was where it was bringing in really mild southwesterlies. Not a lot of the ensemble members are going with that. In fact, the average of the ensembles never goes even slightly above average. It's always below, very below, or even just around average for a time anyway. That kind of tells me that they're really got no idea what's going on from the 5th to the 10th of December, but it looks really cold. Remember this point a couple of days ago, this 3rd to 5th December point, was actually looking like slightly above average. So yeah. So yeah. I shouldn't drink stuff during a video, but I am thirsty, so yeah. I do think it will get less less cold. Sorry, towards like around the 5th, 6th December. It might start going a little bit less cold, maybe slightly below average for Scotland actually. And then around middle of December, it might come back again. I am spoiling the winter forecast for next week, but yeah, yeah. So yeah, I'm just gonna leave it there, but. Overall, this looking really cold over the next couple of weeks, even a couple of, like, in 3 weeks as well. Even around average, it's only 6-7 degrees, so even then it's still quite cold, and then 2 degrees at night or whatever. Remember these remember this part of the upper air temperatures here is probably starting to turn milder from the west. The Atlantic will probably send like a high pressure ridge in. But it doesn't mean to say the surface temperatures are going to be cold, warm. It'll probably still be quite a little bit below average, actually. Maybe 1-2 degrees below average on the surface. I don't think we're going to be above average until at least the 8th of December, to be honest. I think it's going to stay slightly below or even quite a bit below average, especially over the next 5 days or so. So yeah, it's finally arrived. It's finally arrived. Winter's finally arrived, even before winter started. I don't think autumn ever began, even though on the next couple of days, it will go for a couple of days, and then it'll probably settle down a bit. Although we never knew about this windy spell coming up over the weekend until a couple of days ago, really, did we? So we had ideas, but it was nothing, set in stone or anything. So yeah, we know about it now, though, obviously. So that's good. Okay, I've never seen this yet. I'm just going to refresh this because this is it's not quite updated yet, but we'll not bother about the like the 5th to the 8th of December that much. So yeah, obviously the 18Z is starting off quite cold tomorrow. A little bit more of a northwest influence, although this is 18Z, so it will be showing 6 o'clock rather than 12 o'clock. So you can't really compare it 100% to the previous. And yes, we start to bring it down. This is actually bringing the low pressure a bit more into Scotland rather than a bit more in the North Sea though. So let's go with 6 hours on this, just so we can see how this works out. So yeah, it does bring it down, and it goes closer to the UK. I've noticed with this one. Oops. So yeah, this one's actually, I think this one's closer to the UK. So that could actually bring milder weather. than was suggested, but it's probably good for Scotland, but probably really bad for England, actually. I think. Let's refresh that, see if no. Okay. So yeah, it is turning colder. Very windy at the weekend. Very windy at the weekend. 60, 70 miles per hour, maybe, in eastern areas. And yeah, we start to bring down. It isn't bringing high pressure in as fast, though, as I've noticed. And actually, Tuesday looks really cold, actually. We start, well, not really cold, but like a lot colder than suggested, especially in the south. The north is probably a little bit colder. And yeah, we start to renew that north on the 1st December. So more agreement from the GFS that this northerly will return in less than a week, or in a week, probably like 2 days after the one that was coming up at the weekend. And yeah, -5 right in. Very interesting time. This is one of the most interesting ones in a long time, actually. But it's been 2021, probably since like February, March time, April maybe, actually, because that was quite cold. And yeah, we start to revert to westerly on the 3rd December. So although we're never too far away from cold, like the -5 is very close. And we keep it westerly, but we start to go quite stormy around the 6th, and we're not too far away from -5, so I reckon that's probably going to push in, and it does. It's looking very, very, that chart looks very February 2020, but I don't think that's going to matter too much, and because we are in the 7th of December, so I don't think it's going to matter too much. Yeah, we bring -5 in. There could be quite some snow around with that on the 7th of December, actually. Can we refresh that? Yes, we can. And we kind of keep it northwesterly. There might be some snow around, but that is probably more rain at this point. But that's another day of snow. One on like 27th, 28th, one on the 29th, another one maybe on the 2nd, and another one at this point on the 8th. So that's like 4 snow days in less than 2 weeks. Can we have a look at the ensembles? Let's have a look at the GFS ensembles. So yeah, we can't really go that far, but it is showing that it will go down a little bit more at the start of December. So yeah, I think we're pretty much confident. I think I'm almost confident that this 2nd of December will come off. There's a lot of agreement on the models. We'll get probably like, what would that be? I think we had one on Sunday just passed. We had one tomorrow or today. We're having one on Saturday, Sunday. This is our 4th one, and then maybe even the 5th one, maybe around this point, if we start to ridge up to Greenland a little bit more. So yeah. Can we have a look at the 2-meter temps on the ensembles, please? That'd be nice. So we'll go 2-meter temps. So we can see here on Sunday, Sunday, we're actually dropping down to 1.3, maybe 2 degrees, if you like. Yeah, but it does go back up quite fast to 6.3. Still a little bit, tiny bit below average though. As we end autumn and go into winter, and it does go cold again as we end winter. Actually, on the 2nd of December, it's going down to 0 at this point. On the 2nd of December, so yeah, that's when the 3rd or 4th northerly, I've lost count. Probably the 3rd northerly, 4th northerly actually comes in. So yeah. Anyway, that's going to do it. That was a really fun video. I will be back in a couple of days' time. Maybe Saturday morning, maybe, I think. I'll do another one of these. So yeah, we'll do another one of these on Saturday morning. And don't forget, on Tuesday the 30th, I think it's Tuesday the 30th, let me just check that. Yeah, Tuesday the 30th, I'll be giving you my winter forecast. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. Definitely interesting. Don't mind that. Yes. So yeah, that's going to do it for this video. It's a fun little video. I am going to probably sleep now because I'm really tired. I'm not. I don't go to sleep at 11. What am I talking about? It's not 5 degrees and cloudy. You're lying. So yeah, if you enjoyed the video, put that like button. If you haven't already, want to keep updated with all the videos on my channel and my main channel, please subscribe. And we'll see you in the next episode. See you later.